Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, I wanted to talk about how I've been able to fly multiple times during the year and how I've been able to do that in a very cost-effective way. Basically, I haven't really spent a lot of money. Normally, flight tickets from Seattle are going to range from several $100s to $1,000 depending on where you're going. And I've only spent maybe around $20 or $30 for each ticket. I wanted to explain how I've been able to set up this system and the process that I went through over the last couple of years in order to get to this point. Now, one of my main goals in life is to be able to travel wherever I want in the world. And because of the pandemic, we've had a lot of struggles with that. I definitely had a lot of setbacks in terms of my travel plans, but over the course of the pandemic, I've been able to actually see how I can build out a system for me to essentially travel for free. And a lot of that comes back down to credit cards. Now, utilizing specific credit cards, I've been able to leverage the points effectively. The ones that I typically use are mainly through American Express. So some of the cards that I utilize from American Express include the American Express Green Card, as well as the American Express Gold and Platinum cards. Now, in order to get to these credit cards, you also need to have a good credit score. Building that up from a student perspective, you can start off with credit cards such as Chase or Discovery. This would include the Discover student credit cards as well as the Chase Freedom card. Now, once I was able to build up my credit score, I was able to apply for these American Express cards. Each of these cards has a significant sign-on bonus, so I will include some of the information in the description below. But for example, the American Express Platinum card has a sign-on bonus of 100,000 points if you spend approximately, I think it was around $5,000 or $6,000 within the first 6 months. Similar to that, the Gold card as well as the Green card also have sign-on bonus offers. As long as you meet those requirements, you are able to earn those points and rack up the points significantly. Once you build out that portfolio, it sort of just comes down to understanding how to do points transfers with American Express or with your credit card that you have, say if this was Chase or another travel credit card. Typically for me, the travel normally costs around 10,000 to 30,000 points for each of the flights that I would have to purchase. For example, the most recent flight that I had to California was roughly around 16,000 points from Seattle to Santa Ana. In order to actually leverage the points to their full effect, what I did was I transferred the points through their partner program to a partnering airline. The one that I used was Delta. So this could be something that I can highlight in another video, but I just wanted to briefly explain that. In terms of being able to add on more points, this is where having a diverse card portfolio would definitely help in that case. So for example, each of the different American Express credit cards have their own specific application. So for the Platinum credit card, you get 5 times points for hotels as well as flights. And then in terms of the American Express Gold card, you have 4 times points for restaurants as well as grocery shopping. The Green card, for example, has 3 times points for restaurants and travel, but it also provides 3 times the amount of points when you apply it for things like transit, so public transit, subways, even ride shares. This is super important, especially if you're going to and from places like the airport where it's going to cost you a lot of money. Now, utilizing all of those cards in conjunction can add up significantly to the overall total of the points that you'll have at your disposal. So as long as I'm utilizing them in the correct categories, I can definitely make up for the 10,000 points that I spent on a flight. So overall, it's pretty cost effective and it's a constant system that basically feeds back into itself. Now, the last thing to mention is that, again, it's not completely free. You do have to pay for the points transfer to each of the partners, which is roughly around $10 or so. You have the option to pay with points, but I wouldn't recommend that. And then when it comes to actually purchasing the flights, there are processing fees, which would range somewhere between $20 to $15. So in terms of the total cost that you'll be spending, it will be somewhere around $20 or $30. So in summary, if you are looking to travel for almost free, I would recommend starting to build out that credit score, making sure that you have good credit in the long run, and then starting to apply for each of these different credit cards. It could be from Chase or American Express. Following that, spending in the right categories as well as staying within your budget in order to maximize the overall point value. And then lastly, just transferring these points to the corresponding partners where you'll get the best deal. From there, you'll be able to essentially pay for these flights for little to no money at all. And the cost benefit that you'll get is well into several thousands of dollars if you are planning to travel frequently. Overall, this is how I've been able to travel as a recent college grad and moving into the rest of my 20s. I do plan on traveling a lot more. I do have a few plans for the upcoming summer as well as for the next year. So definitely these points are super beneficial. So if you guys are interested in learning more about my system or just learning about how you can travel for free, building up your credit score as well as building up your system of credit cards, definitely feel free to leave a comment down below and like the video. Otherwise, hopefully this video was helpful for you. I'll see if I can make more videos like this in the future with more details and explanations for how I've been able to build this system. But other than that, thanks for watching and I'll see you guys in the next video.